Hopefully we'll be live. Says we're live there, so just waiting for the signal to come through to oh, there we go. No. Oh, yep, we got it. Okay. Right. Okay, let's dash back to the studio. Thank you for staying with me and thank you for watching. If you say hello, I will feature your comments on the screen. But other than that, we're live, both of me. Okay, now I'm doing a show tomorrow night on the advantages of using Be.Live. And one of those is that I can be multi-camera and you can only hear now one of me, hopefully. Apologies for the echo, if there was an echo a moment ago, but that should now have gone and we're over. Just hide that as well. Okay, and just come over to me side by side and change the layout. We set up things that we've got to do. That one. No, that one. Okay, so welcome to Lights Camera Action with Stephen, and hello on Amazon Live if you're watching me live there. I'd like to say thank you too. Had a show this morning in the live video sales group. If you want to find out exactly how I do this, then you can go over to Facebook and check out the live video sales group, live video sales. You can join me and my friends in the group. There are over 620 people there at the moment. And in fact, I can give you an exact figure or not. Blubbing for Britain is now live. Okay, I'm live on several different Facebook pages, but I'm primarily live on Amazon Live. And if you want to know how I'm doing this, then I'm in my Be.Live studio. Bring up the logo. And the logo is there. Okay, so that's the Be.Live logo. I'm in the Be.Live studio, which means that I can, during the course of this broadcast, show images on screen. I can show video from YouTube. I can show comments as they come in. And we say hello to Corinda, who's with me this morning. And Corinda is on my page, on my profile, on Facebook. Thank you for the comment, Corinda. Live video sales on Facebook. Search for it and you'll find the group, join the group, and then you have access to all the resources you need to actually go live as I'm doing now on Amazon Live and broadcast and tell stories about the items you use, which you actually found on Amazon.com, or in my case on Amazon.co.uk. Now, I do try and make sure that the items that I bought on Amazon.co.uk actually appear on Amazon.com. Speaking to Nick Wood the other day, and he was saying that he did this beautiful video, which he was very proud of. And the video was all about something on Amazon.co.uk, and he completed the video, he edited it. Well, you know where this story is going, don't you? He edited the video. I was about to put it up on Amazon.com and discovered that the product isn't on Amazon.com. Now I'm smiling because I've been there and done that. And over to Corinda. And Corinda is saying, did you see my question this morning? If not, I'll put again. I had a question about what policy is strict on Amazon. If you want to put the question again, Corinda, then please do. Okay, so Corinda's question is about Amazon policy on Amazon.com. Okay, so welcome to the broadcast and thank you if you are watching live on Amazon. The first thing I'm going to talk about is mobile video, and that's shooting video with your mobile phone. Now, the majority of us have mobile phones and we take pictures with them, but why not shoot videos too? And I'm about to talk about how you can do that and how you can reduce semi-professional to professional videos using the equipment that I've got down in the carousel. Now, the first item I have down in the carousel is the home gimbal, and it comes in this neat carrying case. Shall we just bring up my other camera for a moment and switch to that camera so you can actually see it a bit better? Okay, quick tour of what's going on. Okay, you can see on the left an iPad stand, which is up to 5'6", which means you can broadcast on your iPad stood up. Next to that is a softbox, also down the carousel, and I use those as lights. I've just got the one turned on at the moment, but I could use both. Basically, they're pointed towards the wall in front of me, and then it's a reflected light that's actually lighting my studio, and that's the best way that I've found of actually doing it. I do love the LED lights that Marco uses as well. That is an alternative. Okay, so I'm going to, before I get into talking about, I'm going to go over and take Corinda's question and see if I can answer it, bearing in mind that I am live on Amazon Live. Yeah, I mean, that basically this morning, the show in, right, okay, I did a show this morning at 11:30, like what you should do on Amazon and what you shouldn't do on Amazon. Okay, this is actually live on Amazon, so it's very difficult to actually tell people who are watching about that. That's strictly for the group on Amazon Live, and I've got a Facebook user as well as in the group saying hello, hello and welcome. If you click the link up above, which is in the post, you can actually give permission for me to show your picture and your name on screen. Now, at the moment, we're not actually linked to. At the moment, we can't link to comments on Amazon Live. If you comment on Amazon Live, I can see your comment and I can read it out. I cannot show it on screen. That's because Amazon have not yet opened up the application programming interface, otherwise known as the API, in order to allow us to actually bring the comments into our studios. That will come one day, I'm sure, but we can't do it at the moment. Over to Corinda, and Corinda is saying hello to John. So that was obviously John saying hello. Thank you, Corinda. Hello, John. And thank you, Mr. John Upton from Solihull in England, one of the Blubbing for Britain team. This week is episode 308. We've been broadcasting together for 6 years. Right, okay. Let's begin at the beginning. This is the case of the Hohem iSteady gimbal. And this is the one item that turns your phone into the most, it gives your phone the ability to make the most amazing videos whilst you're out and about. Now I'm going to open it up and take it out of its case. There it is in the case. You possibly can't see it because my hand's in the way, but I'm going to take it out. And this is the Hohem gimbal. And rather than go through a step-by-step demonstration, which I'll do afterwards, I'm going to bring a video up on screen, and hopefully, if I can find it, yes, I found it. Okay, and I'm going to go over here. I'm just going to hide that for a moment and put this full screen. So this is still me. I'm still here, and in a second, the video should appear. Okay, this short video, which is one of the first that I made, tells you all about the Hohem gimbal, which is highlighted down the carousel at the moment. This is the ideal Christmas present for anybody, because most of us have mobile phones, and you're actually giving people the ability to actually go and shoot semi-professional or even professional, depends how good they are. If they're really good with a camera, they can shoot professional video because you've got the gimbal. Let's find out why. Every weekend and recording on mobile video and broadcasting on mobile video, and my gimbal of choice, my gimbal stabilizer, is the OM3 axis. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you, let's put that over there, all you need to do now is I'm going to show you, let's put that over there. All you need to do is to take your mobile phone and put it into the clamp. It clicks into place, and that's it. Okay, and then all you need to do is press one button to actually switch it on, and hold the button in and it will go, and that's it. You're ready to go. And it's so, as you've seen, it's so simple and easy to actually use. And I use it when I'm out and about. And I've come to this corner so that I can turn around and I can show you the Abbey in all its glory. So I'm going to pan from the meadow over there and the ha-ha, which you'll remember. You've seen a ha-ha now, and come round and go to the top. Now, as you can see from the footage we've just seen, it's easy to use. It does stabilize your video. There's no fear of the camera on your phone actually falling on the floor. It gives you great control. There is an application you can have on your mobile phone to actually run it, and I love it. I mean, I go out and I shoot video now every weekend using the OM 3-axis gimbal stabilizer, and it's so simple, so light. Yeah, and you just hold it and shoot. Point and shoot at its best. Point, shoot and steady at its best. I enjoy using the home gimbal. You will too. And it's back to me and two of me. I've still got the gimbal. That's the one. That's the shot that was in the video you were watching. Just going to hide that, so we've only got me. Okay, now this gadget, which is, has to be said, is inexpensive, converts your phone into mobile video gear. And basically, as I said in the video, you just put your phone in there, iPhone or Android, and you can then go and shoot video. Now, I don't just shoot recorded video. When I do it, I go live. So that we go and visit a National Trust property or an English Heritage property, a castle, or a country manor. And I go walkabout. And I go walkabout with this gimbal, with my phone. And I shoot videos. And over the course of the summer, I shot about 15 different videos, all of which are now on YouTube. And in fact, if you search my name, hang on, wrong button. If you search my name on YouTube, you don't need to have the UK bit in. Just put in Stephen Healy, you'll find me on YouTube, and you'll find all the videos that I've shot with my phone and this gimbal. And it's allowed me to, well, first of all, the first reason for actually doing this, okay, why do you want to do it? Why would you want to shoot videos? One, it's a personal memory. When the snow is roundabout and crisp and even outside, we can sit and replay the videos on the television and remember the sunny summer days, and we can revisit the places that we've gone to. So personal memory. Okay. The second reason for actually shooting video using your mobile phone is quite simply, you're actually recording history. Wherever you go, whether it's your own town or you're visiting somewhere else, or you're visiting a country manor or a castle, you can record history because you're actually recording the place you are at the time you are. And when you look at that video in a few years' time, it'll bring back memories, just like music brings back memories. The video will bring back memories of your visit to that particular place. If you're doing videos about your hometown, you put them on YouTube, then you're actually allowing people to find out more. Now, I did back in July when it was, I'll put that down for a minute, back in July when it was sunny, I went into the town centre and I went to Devizes Castle. Devizes Castle was built in the year 1080, which is quite a while ago. and I filmed the town centre as it was in July 2021 and the castle. And I put that video up on YouTube and said Devizes Castle and Town, and people are watching it. So that's the third reason. You're actually making available to people your experiences. Now, when I do a video, I also narrate at the same time. So I tell stories. I tell stories about where I am. Back in May, we went to Stonehenge on a very wet, rainy day, and my gimbal and my phone did sterling service as I walked from the visitor centre, which is just nearly a mile from the Stonehenge itself. In fact, from the visitor centre, you cannot see Stonehenge. And it's only as you get to sort of just over halfway, you actually start to see the stones in the distance. And it's just a magnificent feeling to actually be approaching the stones, having walked there in the way that people would have done so 4,500 years ago when they were actually building the henge. You're actually walking through history, and there's a wood on either side. You can either go down the road, which is what I did because it was raining, or you can go through the woods which are on either side, and then you go through the fields, and the fields lead up to Stonehenge. If you've not paid, you walk around the outer perimeter. Okay, if you do pay, and thankfully many people do, then you can walk around the henge itself, and you can take photographs at any point. And the number of selfies taken at Stonehenge, incalculable. But I was videoing, and I managed to walk around and actually video Stonehenge. Now, twice a year, you can actually go and touch the stones. That's at winter and summer solstice. We're heading towards winter solstice, and the Druids will gather in the stones to actually celebrate the solstice. So it's an amazing place. If you're coming to the UK, then please do put Stonehenge on your bucket list. And if you're passing by Devizes in Wiltshire, which is where I am, then message me and we can meet up. I love networking. So I used to have a Zion gimbal, which we'll talk about at the moment, but this is the Hms gimbal. And it is so easy to operate, and it's got its own carrying case, which goes into my rucksack. And basically, when I want to go live, I take my phone out, take this out, put my phone in there, attach my microphone, which I come back to, and I'm ready to go live. And when I press the go live button, I go live to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and my website. And that's, for me, is the extra buzz, because using a piece of software called Astra Streaming Studio, I can go live from my phone, and I can go live to a website called switchboard.live, and then when sending the signal from my phone out to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and my website. And being live and actually walking about is absolutely brilliant, because people can comment as you're actually doing so, and you can see the comments and respond to the comments. So a gimbal, this is an ideal present for anybody who's already got a mobile phone. And today I'm actually looking at the Hms gimbal, but down in the carousel there are two of the gimbals. Now, before I got the Hms gimbal, I had the Zion gimbal. Now the Zion is down in the carousel. Okay, I featured it now. Now the Zion is an alternative to the Hms gimbal. Okay. And if you click the link and go to either page, you can find out more about them, and you can actually compare them on the page. So clicking a link in the carousel, click the picture, that will take you to the Amazon.com page. The price you will pay is the price showing in the carousel at the moment. So the Zion Smooth is $99, which is 17% off. So if you click the link in the carousel and buy, you'll get 17% off. Okay, taking it down to $99. The Hms gimbal, which we were looking at a moment ago, over there, is $99. So you direct comparison. I've got the Zion 3, and the Zion Smooth 3 is very good. A bit bigger than the Hms gimbal. Still does the same thing. I mean, basically, what you want is a secure mount for your mobile phone. And that's what the Home gimbal and the Zion gimbal give you. And you're actually, if you get either of those as a gift for somebody, you're opening up somebody's world, because there is nothing better than to go out and about with your mobile phone. Gone are the days when people looked at you strangely when you went out videoing. It's now accepted. It's part of our way of life to actually be able to go out and record the places we live and the places we visit. So the Zion is an alternative. It's down in the carousel at the moment. Do compare them. And then the Rolls Royce, I suppose, of gimbals is the DJI gimbal. And if you, well, you could buy this one for yourself, really. The DJI fully featured. I mean, all of the 3 models that are down in the carousel have the ability to, with the right software, to record, and as I did with Astra Streaming Studio on Android, to actually go live and tell your story live. All the gimbals can zoom in and out. They can pan left and right. They can pan up and down, and they can center as well, which is always handy when you press the wrong button. Okay, not saying that I do it, but it has been known to happen. When you press the wrong button, you just need to be able to actually get back to center again, and you can just do it with one click. As far as accessories are concerned, there is one accessory that you do need to have if you are doing mobile broadcasting, and that accessory is a microphone. Now, your camera, mobile phone, has an inbuilt microphone. The problem with that is that if you're out in traffic, or you're out in a crowd, or you're out and it's noisy all around you, then that noise will find its way to your video. Now, as I narrate all the videos that I do, I don't want to have the background sound. I want people to hear my voice and the background sound to be in the background. Getting a microphone like the one that is in the carousel at the moment, which I have, is the way to make sure that your voice is heard. And that's what you want. You want your voice to be heard as you're walking the streets and telling the stories. You want your voice to be recorded properly. And if you use an external lapel microphone, now the lapel microphone is very simple. It plugs onto your clothing, and the other end plugs into the audio socket on your phone. That's the normal way of operation. And as soon as you put the plug into the socket on your mobile phone, it will be recognized, the internal sound will cut out, and all recording will then be from the microphone. Because the microphone is attached to you and close to your body, all the background sound, the majority of the background sound, is absorbed by your body, and the microphone features your voice as featuring the background. Okay, now that's for the way that I actually work. So you do need a lapel microphone if you're going to do this. Now, the lapel microphone that's down the carousel at the moment is 25% off. So it's $35.45 as opposed to a normal price of $50. Okay. Now, it was pointed out to me that if you have a Samsung notebook, you can't just plug the microphone in. And my friend Guy Cook, who I've known for many years, from the days of Blab, when we were live broadcasting 6 years ago on Blab, sent me a link to the widget that I'm showing you in the carousel at the moment. It is the USB-C to 3.5mm converter. Okay, so if you're actually videoing from your Samsung Note 10, you need that extra piece of kit, and you just plug it into the Samsung, and your microphone cable then plugs into it. Okay, and that's the way to do it. So if your tablet does not have audio input, then the gadget that's down in the carousel at the moment will give you that audio input. Yeah, simple and straightforward to do. Right, now, what could possibly go wrong when you're out and about with your gimbal? Okay, the first thing that can go wrong is, well, I'll describe it. In July, we went down to Portsmouth, which is on the south coast of England, a great naval port. And we went to the Royal Navy dockyards. And I took the gimbal, I took my camera, and I started walking around the dockyards. And we went past HMS Warrior, which is the first metal-clad ship. It's also the first ship to have a washing machine. In fact, it's the first steam-driven washing machine. It was always a problem for sailors because they had to wash in salty water, which means that when your clothes dry out, they're scratchy. Okay, they had to wash the clothes in salty water. With the advent of the steam-powered washing machine, they were able to wash their clothes. So that was the first. So that was the Warrior, steel-clad ship, and then round and walked past one or two exhibits, and then we got to HMS Victory, which was Nelson's flagship. And HMS Victory was in the Battle of Trafalgar against the French and the Spanish, and Nelson was victorious. And the ship is there. It's a magnificent ship to actually look at. And I'm going to play you a video in a moment so you get an idea of what the ship actually looks like. And in preparation for that, I'm going to take off, if I can find the mouse again, I'm going to take my name off. Okay, so that's going to disappear. And we got around the corner of the Victory, and I was going to look at the Mary Rose, which was Henry VIII's ship, which actually sunk in, well, it just sunk. And it was raised from the depths, and it's actually in the Royal Naval Dockyard at Plymouth being restored. So I was going around to the Victory to take a look at the Mary Rose when I stopped filming. My video stopped. My sound stopped. And then I realized that my phone went off. I'd run totally out of power. Now, normally what I try to do is to charge the phone the night before, and that's good practice. But on this occasion, I'd forgotten, and I'd run out of juice. And I did not have with me the next item in the carousel. Well, I didn't have with me in the carousel, you'll find a power pack. And the power pack I now carry in my rucksack at all times. If you want to see, just a minute, go a minute. Technical adjustments, bear with me a second. I want to hide that. And I want to put that into, and I want to put it on full screen. And yes, we're there. Okay, so I'm switching cameras, hopefully, in a second. Okay, I've moved the rucksack. I was going to show you the rucksack. It's an underarm rucksack. Anyway, while we're here, just a word of explanation about this is part of my studio. You can see the iPad stand, and the iPad stand is up to 5'6" high, which means you can stand up and you can take, you can record and go live. And it's just very solid, needs to be with the iPad. Behind me as well is the softbox, which is down in the carousel, and of course my green screen. Now the green screen forms part of all my broadcasts. Okay, so the stand and the green screen and the lights, all part of the office. I'll explain in tomorrow's broadcast how my office was actually built and brought together. So first thing that can go wrong when you actually filming on mobile is that you run out of power. So have a battery pack that you can actually plug into so you can carry on broadcasting. The second thing is that we're reliant on 4G working effectively. So what I do now, because we went to a place called Mottisfont, which is about an hour and a quarter away from here. And it's a font, and it's got a hall, and it's beautiful grounds. It's got trout in the water and salmon, and you can walk around. You can walk around the gardens as well. And the gardens, one of the specialities in the gardens is the rose garden. Now, the rose garden has a collection of climbing roses from all around the world, built by, well, it's actually collected by the owner of Mottisfont. And it's beautiful to walk around. And Angelica, my partner, and I walked around and really enjoyed looking at all the different plants that are actually in the garden. And then when we finished our grand tour, we sat down and I got the gimbal out. This gimbal, okay, I knocked the mouse over, this gimbal, and I went out filming with this gimbal, okay, and I walked up the path. I turned into the gardens, went through 3 sets of different gardens, from pumpkins to roses, filming all the way. Then I came back and I walked through the woods, holding the gimbal in front of me, until I got to the font. And I got to the font and I thought, right, I'll stop now. So I stopped filming and I walked back to Angelica. I got back to Angelica and she said the immortal words, "You didn't go live." Now, it meant that I didn't have a good 4G signal. I did not go live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and my website whilst I was out walking. So, second lesson learned is to always make sure that you've got a good 4G signal before you start recording. Now, the way I do this is simple and straightforward. What I actually do before every recording I make is that I take a photograph. I then post that photograph on Facebook. If the photograph arrives on Facebook and Angelica can see it, then we've got 4G. Okay, that's the other tip, the 4G bit of it. So battery pack, check the 4G, and you're on your way. And you can then go out with your gimbal. As I said, the gimbal is quite possibly, I'll just show this on screen and hide this. I've done so many live videos with the gimbal in the last 6 months that not only have I got exercise, but I've been able to record for posterity our adventures. Okay, so that is, I'm going to hide that, going to hide that and come back to me. That is up our mobile adventures. You need a gimbal. There's a choice of 3 down the carousel. Click any one and you'll get information on it. Mine is the Home iSteady gimbal. I've also got a Zion. I don't yet have a DJI in my collection. Undoubtedly in 2022 I will. Gimbals are fun. Gimbals are a way of getting exercise, because when you're walking about filming, you're walking about. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so let's move on from there. And thank you for watching on Amazon Live. I do appreciate you spending some of your time with me. If you have any questions about anything that I'm talking about, then please do ask. And I want to say a big shout out to Romeo. Right, I say Romeo because not on the grid. I don't know whether you are or not. And thank you for the follow. There are 3 things that you can do whilst you're watching me live. And they are, okay, I just got some breaking news in. They are, okay, you can unmute. That's the button in the center of the screen, unmute, and you can actually hear what I'm saying. That's the first thing to do. The other thing to do, as Romeo did, is actually follow me. And if you follow me, what happens is this. Following means that you'll get notified when I go live. Now, I go live Monday through Thursday at 9 AM Eastern on Amazon Live and on Facebook and YouTube as well, but on Amazon Live primarily. And you have all my attention today on Amazon Live. But I'm thankful and grateful for the comments from Corinda and from Peter earlier. Okay, and because they're watching on Amazon, and John Upton is watching on Amazon as well, or he was. If you follow me, I don't get to know who you are, because as soon as this broadcast is over, the chat will disappear. And when the chat disappears, no longer got access to it, which means you can comment, and you'll know your comment is only in existence whilst I'm live. As soon as I finish this live broadcast, then the comments simply disappear. The only thing that's left behind is the video recording. Okay, so before we finish this section on mobile video, I'm actually going to show you, if I can find it, I'm going to show you a mobile video, and we've got a choice. I'm going to go with this one. So I'm going to bring this video up on screen. I'm going to take my name off, put the video full screen, and this video basically is of where I live. Okay, so I'm going to switch my microphone off and press play and enjoy looking at Devizes in Wiltshire, about 120 miles from London, close to Swindon and Reading, but this is part of Devizes. And say hello for having control of the area. Twitter and Twitch, as we try to avoid the crowds and concentrate on the scenery. Now you can see that is Castle Lane. Let's go and find the castle. Okay, so town square, commercial, businesses and banks, lots of banks. I'm just outside the bank now. I'm going to walk down the street. Okay, in the distance you can see the town hall, and we'll get closer to the town hall so you can see a bit more of it along this walk. Again, welcome to this live video being shot on mobile and using Switchboard Live, broadcast out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and of course my websites. Now, if I actually meet anybody I know, I may stop, but the odds are against that. Now, today it's 25 degrees, it's just after 11, or possibly about 11 in the morning, and I'm just going to go around. And this is Devizes Castle, and very impressive it is. Unfortunately, as you can see, it does say private no entry, but you can see the portcullis, you can see the turrets, and it is just really a magnificent building. Now, the reason we can't go in is that this is private land, and the castle has been converted into private apartments, which you can buy. In fact, the whole castle was for sale for £2.5 million a couple of years ago. But there's a history behind this. The original castle, made of wood, was built in the year 1080 by the Bishop of Salisbury. Now, the Bishop of Salisbury put the castle here, Castrum ad Devizes, Devizas in Latin, castle at the crossroads, because he was looking after 3 different parishes. He was looking after Roud and 2 other parishes, and this castle was to be his place for having control of the area. In 1123, the castle burnt down and it was rebuilt, and it's been the home of royalty. King Stephen, yes, there was a King Stephen, and Queen Matilda actually battled over the castle, and the castle was also took part in the English Civil War, Roundheads versus Cavaliers. But the castle you see before you is not the original castle. That is my hometown. That is Devizes in Wiltshire, about 120 miles from London, close to Stonehenge, close to Avebury, and close to Salisbury Cathedral. Okay, place of pilgrimage. So it's a wonderful place. And that video was shot using the Home gimbal, okay, and using the microphone that's down in the carousel, and it's part of history now. It's on YouTube, and people go and watch it on YouTube on a quite regular basis. People watch it every week on YouTube. So you're actually recording history for people to watch. And the thing I didn't mention is if you record where you are, then you're letting people from around the globe who may never visit where you're living see what your hometown is like. Okay. Well, not hometown, but the town where you're living. They are slightly different things. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is to change tack totally. We're going to go from mobile video to audio. Lights, camera, action covers a whole range of things, and one of those is audio. So I'm going to take myself off full screen and go side by side. I'm going to hide that, and then I'm going to slightly change things so that we can see things more clearly. So give me a second while I change themes and apply, and then go side by side. Okay, now the Treblab Hd77 portable wireless speaker is the next thing that I actually want to talk about. And I'm very fortunate. It is quite a feat of engineering. Treblab are an American company, and they engineer the most amazing equipment which you can actually use in a house and outside. So let's take a look at the Treblab speaker. Okay, now the Treblab speaker, I'm just going to find it in the carousel. Just give me a second. We'll get there. Right, this is the speaker I'm talking about. This is the Treblab speaker, and it's no bigger than a can of Coke. Okay, and it's not very heavy. It has on the top a set of embossed buttons, which are power on and off, volume up and down, and pause and skip to next track, or go one track back, one track forward, multifunction buttons. And you can feel them. They're raised on the grill, which surrounds the whole of the unit. The unit is built out of ABS plastic, so it's very rugged, and it is designed to be used both indoors and outdoors. As far as outdoors is concerned, this is waterproof to IPX7. In fact, we can actually check that. This is the box that the unit comes in. So it is that one, the Treblump Hd77, and check it out the box, and this is what you get. Now, you charge it, and the charging points are on the base, tucked away, and you can open it up and you plug in, I think I've got one to hand, your USB-C to USB-A cable, and that will charge it. Now it takes 4 hours for a full charge. So you charge it for 4 hours. It then has 20 hours playing time. Okay, so you can charge it every couple of days. The speaker itself is totally portable. You can have it in any room in the house. Now, there are two speakers in this unit. There's one at the back and there's one at the front, which means you've got 360-degree sound. The sound is all around. The other thing is you've got on the end of each end, you've got a subwoofer. And the subwoofer has a plate against it, and the plate actually vibrates whilst the music is playing. I do wish they'd do coloured lights with that as well. That would be actually brilliant, but they don't. I'm going to put the charging point back in place and go back to the top. So two subwoofers, 25 watts. Now, in most rooms, you could fill a room with 20 watts. So 25 watts, this is going up to 11. And if you get my reference to an iconic film, then thank you. We're of the same era. Okay, the sound, which I can, if I just change my microphone for a moment, I'm trying to work out if I change my microphone, and hopefully this won't break things. I'm always wary of changing microphones. That should still work. Possibly not. Yep, we've still got sound. And if I switch this on and press the button for 3 seconds, and it will come on. And you heard the sound then. And I can't, I would love to. Just give me a minute. I just want to get my audio back. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. I would love to play you music on this now. That would be ideal. If I could play music tracks, if I could play the Stones or Def Leppard or NXS or David Bowie, then you get a feel for the sound. But the thing is, you wouldn't get a real feel for the sound. If you click the link down in the carousel, you can play a video which has got sound on it, so you can actually hear how it sounds. If I do it from my studio, then the sound will travel from here to my microphone, from my microphone out to Be.Live, from Be.Live over to OneStream, from OneStream to Amazon Live, and where you're watching it now. And basically, you wouldn't be getting any feel for the actual quality of the audio. Now, I've seen broadcasts. I'll put that down for a minute and go side by side because you can see it if I'm side by side. I've seen broadcasts on YouTube where people have been reviewing the Treblab Hd77, and they have taken a bucket full of water and they've put the unit in the water, and then they've taken it out again and it's played. So this is waterproof. I wouldn't go, I put it side of a pool. It'll, if you go out in the rain, then there won't be a problem. Okay, if you dive into a swimming pool, that's not a good idea. But rain and sweat are not a problem at all to the Treblab Hd77. I've been using it now for 2 weeks, and I just have to say at this point one thing, just to cover everybody so that everybody knows. Okay, this product was provided by Treblab for my use and review. So thank you to Treblab for actually doing that. I am using it and I am reviewing it. Okay, first of all, it's basically very sturdy. It's got a flat base and you can put it down anywhere. Okay, it has visible, touchable, feelable controls for actually controlling it. It pairs. You can pair this unit with your iPhone, your Android phone, your iPad, your Android tablet, just by simply switching this on. Your iPhone, iPad, or tablet will recognize this as an Hd77. You just press connect. That's it. You can then go to your music provider of choice, to Amazon Music, to Spotify, and basically it will play straight away. Okay, and you can adjust the volume using your mobile phone, all the buttons on here, and the sound is 360 degrees and it's a very high quality sound. Very good reproduction. Considering the price of this unit down the carousel, which is $89.97, then it's for bang for the bucks. This is a very good unit, and I've enjoyed actually using it. And if you click the link in the carousel, that will take you over to the Treblab page where you can find out all the technical specs. I'm just going to switch this off. Okay, now this is a Bluetooth speaker, which means that you don't need a password to access it. So we held a mini Christmas party at the weekend with family who are traveling abroad over the Christmas season. And I asked them one by one to switch their phones on and to pair with the Hd77. And when they'd paired, I asked them to play their favorite playlist. Then I went to the next person after they'd finished, went to the next person and said, could you switch your phone on and could you pair with the Hd77? They said, yes, can you play your favorite playlist? This is an ideal party speaker because it's Bluetooth. It means that any of your guests at your party can pair to it and can play their music during the party. Yeah. An extra benefit of having the Hd77 is to listen to the music collections that your friends have, and you'll never get, well, you didn't play that track, well, you could have chosen it, you could put it in your playlist. Okay, so it means that everybody becomes part of the party, contributing to the success of the party by playing their playlists on the Hd77 speaker. And again, I just want to say thank you for Treblab for actually providing the speaker. I'm enjoying using it. It's become, whenever I'm doing anything in the office, the Treblab goes on, and when I go downstairs, I take it with me. The speaker quality is first class, and the reproduction is very, very good. I recommend it, and I am recommending it because I'm on Amazon Live now actually talking about it. Okay, staying with Treblab, the next Treblab item I'd like to talk about is, oh, wait a minute. Okay, I can now explain the buttons on the speaker. I forgot to set this up. Okay, I have set it up. So if we take a look at the unit, then you've got LED lights at both ends. We saw them blue and red. You've got a power on and off button. You've got the previous track and reduce the volume. You've got the pause or play, and then you've got the next or increase the volume. You get with the Hd77 a carrying strap. I'm just going to go full screen so you can actually see this a bit better. Okay, you get with the Hd77 a carrier strap, and there's two microphones. There's a microphone built in, so you can use this to actually take phone calls. Take a phone call on your mobile, and you can speak through the microphone that's built into the Hd77. If you don't want to use Bluetooth, you can have a 3.5 meter cable. So that's just an audio cable. And there you've got the USB charging port. As I said, charge it for 4 hours and you have 20 hours operating time on this unit. Okay, so that's the technical spec. Now, here's where I thought I was going. Okay, so let's try again. I'm going to come down side by side, but this time we're going to take this image. Okay, the next item I want to talk about is the Treblump X3 Pro premium wireless earbuds. Now again, this product was provided to me for my use and for review, and I am reviewing it now. Okay, the earbuds. First of all, like all Treblump gear, this is designed in the USA, and the designers are ingenious because they understand the problem. They're all athletes. They're actually manufacturing gear for use outdoors. You can use it indoors, but it is designed to be rugged, to be able to be used outdoors. The Hd77 speaker, very, very rugged. But let's go full screen, and I'm going to switch cameras. Just give me a moment, and I'm going to put the camera full screen. Okay, so these are the Hd77 earbuds. They come in a charging case. The charging port is on the back, and you just put in your USB to USB-C cable, and you can charge it. Now, the case itself charges for 36 hours. Okay, and inside the earbuds, or 40 hours actually, inside are the earbuds. And if I open up the case, which I have done, you'll see the earbuds. Okay, you can take the earbuds out. This is the charging case. Now you charge the whole case, and that charges you for 40 hours. Each of the earbuds can take a 9-hour charge, but they're charging whilst they're in the case. So you take them out of the case, and they've got a 9-hour life, which is enough for a 9 to 6 day. And they are simple. I'm going to prove this. Hopefully, I'm going to prove this. I may not prove this. You never know what's going to happen, really. Is that you put the earbuds in like that, like so. That's it. Okay. One press, and the earbud is actually switched on. Okay. If you take the second earbud and you put that in as well. Okay. And I pressed the mouse by accident. I'm going to come back to me. If you put the second earbud in, then Wait a minute. Yes. Okay. If you put the second bud in, that's it. Now, I've had many earbuds over the years, and I've lost count of the number that I've actually lost. Because of the design of the tail, these fit over the back of your ear, and these are designed to be worn definitely in the gym, walking, running, jogging, no problem at all. They're not going to fall off because of the way that it's been designed. Now, the tail that goes behind your ears is a very soft plastic. I've worn these for 2 or 3 hours at a time, and I forget that I'm actually wearing them, right? Which is not true of some earbuds. Some earbuds tend to irritate, but these fit nicely into the ear canal. And basically, there is a test for earbuds. If you're wearing earbuds, then there's the partner test. Okay, now my partner Angelica, I was wearing the earbuds, I was listening to the Rolling Stones, and I went in to chat with Angelica and said, what track am I playing at the moment? And the reply came back, I have no idea. Angelica couldn't hear a thing whilst I was hearing these. I was hearing loud-ish music, but Angelica couldn't hear anything. So these earbuds pass the partner test because only you can hear them, which means that when you're out and about, when you're jogging, you're not going to be annoying anybody by whooshing past them playing Led Zeppelin at full blast. They won't hear you. Okay. The other thing is I've tested these, that you can actually walk out and about with these and you can still hear the traffic. Okay, you can tune out, you can pause whatever you're playing. You can play music, you can play podcasts. Choice is yours, whether you go out walking, running, jogging. These are waterproof. So if you go out jogging or walking in the rain, then these earbuds are going to be fine. Okay, and they're sweat proof as well. Okay, you just wipe them over after you've used them. Back into the case to recharge at the end of the day. They carry a 9-hour charge, and the music reproduction is very, very high quality. I have to say, I mean, I'm totally impressed by the quality of these. And I've had many earbuds over the years, and these are the best that I've found. And I'm not just saying that, that is actually true. Actually true. So partner test. Now, the other part of the partner test is basically, I went into Angelica wearing these. She couldn't hear what I was saying, so I spoke. But the problem is that when you've got earbuds in and you're listening to loud music, when you talk, you're actually talking over the music. And Angelica said, why are you shouting? And I was actually shouting because I was talking over the noise of the earbuds. So when you're wearing earbuds and you're listening to your favorite rock and roll or folk or country, just whisper. Don't shout. People will be able to hear you if you just, yeah, you don't need to shout. People can't hear what you can hear. Okay, so with that advisory, the partner test was a great success, and I am totally enjoying using these earbuds every day. So thank you to Treblab for actually sending them. If you want to know more about the Treblab earbuds, then they are now the featured item in the carousel. If you click the link in the carousel, you'll be taken to the Treblab page. Okay, and I'm going to take these out and put them back in the case so they come off easily. They sit back in the case, and as soon as you put them in the case, he said, okay, they charge. All right, okay, so over here, and okay, right. Well, that has been today's broadcast. I want to say thank you to everybody on Amazon Live for watching and listening. For my friends who joined in during the broadcast, to Corinda and John, thank you for your comments. Now, I've got just about to say something. I can see a comment. Right, 11 minutes ago, I think you actually switched your microphone because your sound a lot lower than you did. Okay, thank you for that, Michael, and thank you for commenting. Okay, thank you for joining. Okay, to everybody who's watched me live today, I'd like to say thank you. I think I've got the right microphone. Just a second. Yeah, testing 1, 2. Okay. Yeah, that's the problem when you make a hardware change during a live broadcast. Things don't always go according to plan. Okay, thank you for watching me today. I'll be back again at 9 AM Eastern tomorrow. Take care, have a great day, and goodbye for now.